So guys, it's our last objective for today's test. It's Olympus DF Plan 2X, and this version has working distance of 40 to 43 millimeters, let's say 42 millimeters after cutting lower edges. And in this case, ring has to be positioned a bit lower because to read the center of the processor, we need to have light pass it in with that angle, not that it was before. But still, we have 42 millimeters real distance, and it's not that hard to work. So let's see how things work here. First object is our usual object as it should be. Let's move over it for a while. And let's walk our surface a bit. Here as well, those well-known structures. And I have forgotten, we just looked at Intel processor, have forgotten to say you that this exact objective has gotten some tweaks to have it aligned properly. So such strong powered objectives doesn't work properly, at least on Olympus, with their base settings. Okay, now let's switch to Apple's A13 processor now. Let me just set it right. Okay, I'm setting it. So now you can, through normal eyepiece, you can see the full field of view. You can Smzu with this 2x objective here. So technically, a whole processor, I guess, could be fit into the field of view because it is kind of setting 16 millimeters here. Okay, now let's see our space with 10x eyepiece, to be frank, not right thin, to check in real resolution. So we are sticking back to my 20x eyepiece now, and we can see how things work. So again, let's move over places we've moved along. I'm changing. Let me set focus to lock it autofocus. Come on, let's do it. Yes. Now I have locked autofocus. It means you can see things without changing, without refocusing of the phone itself. So it's our usual space. I'm moving to the top layer of processor, middle, and its bottom layer somewhere there. And let's move a bit over the surface here. Okay. In this case, I'm going to change fine focusing a lot to let you see how things change. You can see different layers getting sharp. Okay, let's move. Here's a surface of scratched conductors. backwards to some other sites you already have seen. Again, it's Olympus DF Plan 2X objective, tweaked by my intrusion. Working distance is 42 millimeters, not that small amount. And we are working over layers of the processor. It's upper layer, lower, even lower more. Have all those layers located there, okay. Again, we can move over depth of the processor grid to mesh, how to name that. Okay. Here's another place. Again, upper layer, a bit down, a bit more down. Here's very distinct difference between layers. Some base and upper mesh. Okay. Those pins were turned off by Maxime on my request. I hope he's well now. So in Europe, he lived. Kherson under occupation for a while, but finally got out. So I very hope he's nice now. Again, we have upper layer and kind of deep hole here. Here's the bottom of the hole on the right. You can see something black, like a coal. Don't know what that is, but looks interesting. And another place with ball formed pin here. Some lower layers. It's Apple A13 processor. I've heard that modern have a bit smaller wires, so you can imagine how things change with smaller wires. Okay, let me find other interesting parts. Okay. Here's some other familiar place. You can see bent wires. And I can move down and up over those wires. This complex structure was obviously distinctively separated layers here. So, yeah, since we're going to the end, okay. Our almost last position here. This deep thick structure, and those buses of viruses here. Okay, looks like we finished. Nice. Let's just head a bit back. And here's a different magnification. We just walked over processor with Olympus. DF Plan 2X objective that has cut bottom barrel, thus giving us 41 or 42 millimeters of working distance. Let's check it again. Might be it's only 41. It might be even be less. Okay, let's say 41 millimeters it's working distance. But taking in consideration that processor has almost millimeter depth, you would say 40 millimeters it's real working distance for this processor. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Again, here's full field of view with this objective. So hope some of you can obtain such objective, make it your best scene for fixing stuff. Bye bye everybody.